Alright guys, so I wanted to just do a little bit of an overview on kind of how I'm getting things set up. I'll admit that on the first day or so it was a pretty massive change, and definitely took some getting used to. But I think a couple of thoughts. First of all, the amount of loft is pretty critical to dial in with your setup and what feels comfortable. So a couple other variables would be like how upright you are. You know, I think the more upright I stand, the less that I would need, because your arms are maybe a little bit straighter, but then if you're a little more hunched over, right, you can see how my elbows kind of tend to flare out a little bit more, or I guess all that maybe depends on how far down you hang. So kind of playing with the amount of loft compared to how much forward shaft lean. And then the other variable that goes along with that too is where you put your ball position, right? So I kind of like to set the putter up with the ball in the middle of my feet, kind of like this, and then I basically would adjust the putter to what feels comfortable to me. And I found I had the most success with that. Now, versus vice versa, right? Setting up the putter the way it is and then having to fit your body to it, that was kind of a bad idea. So I've had a lot more success now that I'm fitting the putter to my stroke. So the next thing that I'm feeling is I feel a pretty good amount of push here with my right wrist to push this part of the grip into my forearm. Okay, so when I take my grip, I kind of like to address the ball so that the putter looks square to me, right? And if with my old putting, my hands would be here. But now that I put my hands on the grip, so I'm kind of feeling like I'm pushing, you can just with my right wrist, kind of just applying a little bit of pressure so that the grip is being pressed into my arm. And I never try to let that leave. I try to keep it pressed the whole time. And then from there, the main force that I'm feeling is I'm just trying to rock my shoulders as opposed to any movement with my elbows or with my wrists. And I actually think that my elbows maybe were more of a culprit than I originally thought. I've noticed that I definitely have some tendency to feel this motion, whereas now with the arm lock, I kind of feel like my elbows are almost locked here, and I'm just kind of doing this movement around my body. So I'm almost hitting it entirely with my pivot rather than with swinging my arms. And so far so good. Really enjoying it. Let me know if you guys have any thoughts or questions or comments down below. See you soon. Bye.